Oh, shit. Hey, guys. I don't know. The countdown thing didn't work this morning, but that's what happens when you start going at 7 in the morning. We are back. It is, the 4th of August. And it's really early, so we're going to get this plays out for you guys today just because I know we're going to be out and about here in a little bit. Obviously, I got work here, and Stu's doing his thing. So how was the weekend? I know you got to go see my Brewers. How was it?
Yeah, I mean, one of the higher scoring games of the year. I believe the Brewers 16. I think the Nats ended with 9 after a little bit of a rally in the 9th inning where at least we got a moment, because it was just kind of bullying before that. And in fact, that whole series was kind of bullying where you guys just beat the crap out of us pretty much every game. So it was interesting. It was good to be at a game. I had a really, when you get a good section, everyone around you is like talkative, chill. Like it made it a lot better, and there was post-game fireworks as well. So it was a good time. Thought about going back Sunday, but Big Miz, your boy, he got scratched.
Yeah, because I was surprised that he didn't go IL right away because I was at the game that he got hit by the ball and it hit him square in the shin.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I'm not going back to the stadium to just get destroyed by Henderson or whoever the hell that guy was. So
Yeah, he's actually really good. They were talking about why he got sent down because I'm pretty sure he has like a 1.6 ERA through 40 innings of starts. So
wow.
Yeah, he's legit. He's not shit. He's good. But they had to send him down to, with Woodruff coming back, with, all these injured guys coming back, they had to send him down. So, but yeah, I saw that was the most runs ever scored in a 3-game set for the Brewers ever. I think it was 59 total runs. They had 59 total hits in a 3-game set, and that many runs. So that's pretty cool. I also saw Jesus Mate and Luis Pena, number 1 and 2 prospects, are moving up together, which is pretty cool. They're moving up to my neck of the woods up here in Appleton. So they'll both be up at games now. So that'll be just an absolute crazy fest out there, dude, for autographs and stuff, just because obviously they're moving up together and they're that good, so.
Yeah, that might be worth checking out some of those games. I mean, that sounds like a good time for sure.
Yeah, it'll be pretty wild. I kind of like these slates on these Mondays to reset, and you kind of get those afternoon games. It's 5 o'clock first game. You saw who's on the thumbnail, and that is Sandy Alcantara. Alcantara is a favorite today against the Astros. Obviously, pretty interesting there. I'm also just very impressed with this Mariners team now, dude. They're really good. Getting another win yesterday. I think they're going to catch the Astros. If I could still put a bet in on that on the division winner, I probably will do that. I don't know if it's going to be very good pricing as I just got everybody, but I might need to look into that because I think Mariners are still plus 170, which I think is pretty generous. I feel like the Mariners are catching those boys for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, too, where you got to catch up when the betting market hasn't, And I mean, like, we just saw the additions they made. They look pretty good. It's one of those things that why not ride that momentum out and see how the season goes.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's definitely the way to go. We got Mason in the chat. We got Darkside Dev in the chat. We appreciate you guys popping in here early. It's an early show. We appreciate you popping in. Stu, best game of the day here, or let's do that. We'll pop in. What's your favorite game of the day, and we'll get it rolling for these guys and get them on their way on this Monday morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because the 2 games that I immediately clocked were like the ones that we're going to be talking about in a minute, like Padres and Diamondbacks is like my favorite. I think we got 2 very fadeable pitchers on each side. Like I was telling you before, I already like the game over. I already put a couple bucks on that. Like that's going to be my big screen game, to use an old term, a football term, for me tonight. But obviously, I think the one that you're going to talk about. Oh, actually, never mind. You're not going to talk about the Orioles Phillies one as well. Yeah. I like that. I'll have some batter props in there. I had Harper total bases yesterday. The Phillies offense, especially the top, is looking pretty solid. So yeah, definitely some good batter prop games today for sure.
Yeah, no, it should be fun. I'm also intrigued with this Cubs game as well, right? The Brewers are in Atlanta, and then you get to go look and see that We got Lodolo, who's been very, very good facing Soroka there. I'm surprised with the line being minus 140 towards Soroka and the Cubs here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm obviously very impressed with my Brewers. They get Fede today, so hopefully they can stay hot after the sweep and hopefully get some more wins here. Just got to keep putting enough space because I'm really, 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 really trying to get down to the Brewers game on the doubleheader game that they had because they have a 5-game series in 3 weeks.
Oh.
So that's like huge in Wrigley, which is brutal. Stu, do you think I should pick up Soroka in fantasy? Will the Gold Gloves on defense help him out enough?
Interesting. I mean, I'm not a fantasy guy, but my problem with Soroka, and I don't know how much outs are weighed, is he third time through the order gets destroyed. And
yeah,
I feel
outs
like
are weighed in fantasy. I'm assuming Jake, if you can you put in if it's a 10 category league, which means they're just going for wins, saves, ERA, strikeouts, stuff like that.
Because I mean, the first 2 times through the order, he's rocked this year. If you just look at the general breakdown, he's actually been really good. And then third time through the order, it kind of falls apart. He says 10 cat. So
yep. So that's what
I think Soroka will be solid. He's got a good new team as well. Like you said, if the win matters a lot, the Cubs are
big.
going to win a lot of games. You know what I mean? He'll give them a chance too. Probably a solid. I don't know what the rest of your roster looks like, but you could definitely do worse than Soroka. You know more about fantasy than I do, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you're really desperate for wins. I guess I don't mind it. I think I picked up Brian Bayo like last week. I'm playing him today. Fuck. I mean, why not? I'm gonna play him over Camilo Duvall. That's for sure. Like, what are we? I don't know. I feel like there's definitely guys I prefer. Obviously, I don't know how big your league is. I'm in a 12-man and just picked up Brian Bayo, so I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of different spots you can go there with those guys. But yeah, I don't think it's the worst pickup, but I feel like there's definitely probably better guys out there. But you ready to go, Stu? We got 15 people in here this morning. Hopefully ready to get after here.
I'm ready to go.
All right, so we'll get to yours.
Sounds good. We're starting out with a little batter prop action. We're going to Geraldo Perdomo over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for the Diamondbacks. Minus 115 DraftKings. I know you're thinking Diamondbacks kind of threw in the towel a little bit for the season. If you look at that lineup, there's some weak spots for sure. But I will say, we always talk about it. Hits, runs, RBIs is kind of about that like cluster, those couple dudes around you in the lineup. It's not just an individual bet. You're like betting on those 3-4 guys in the order surrounding you because you obviously want the run up side. If you walk Perdomo, the only annoying thing, he used to be very good for the hit parlays, but he's got a good eye. He doesn't really chase that much. He doesn't whiff that much. He's like 95th percentile in, chase, whiff, walk. So he has a good eye, which can be a little bit annoying. But obviously, if he gets on base, you want that run up side to make up for it. And the good thing about the Diamondbacks is even with this uglier version of the lineup, the top 4 is good. You still got Corbin, Carroll, you got Marte, and then you got Gurriel behind him. Perdomo's been hitting 3 a ton. So you obviously are sandwiched right between those other 3 dudes, and that's more than enough. Like that is still, when you just compare those 4 guys to a lot of teams, top 4s or something, that's still a pretty solid squad, and one that at minus 115 I'm very happy to back Perdomo at. Obviously, when we look at the matchup, I guess he might not be the thumbnail anymore, but Brandon Pfaadt has been it for a while, and I like both pitchers on both sides. When you got JP Sears going up against him, making his first start for the Padres, obviously finally can escape that Little League ballpark that he was getting crushed in. Only one of the I believe he does have the highest fly ball rate in the league. So that's really going to penalize you. He should be in a better ballpark situation now. And I've never really minded JP Sears. I've kind of defended him, it feels like, for a while. I don't think he's like a great pitcher, but when you just talk about like an average kind of back of rotation guy that will eat some innings and give you a chance to win, I think he kind of fits the description there. But even like I said, it's the kind of pitchers that I like to target are the ones that, even in their better outings, even you're going 5 strong, 6 strong, you still see the 6 hits allowed, 1 earned run. Like they're kind of hit per innings pitched kind of guy, which is always going to give you opportunities. And when you just look at Perdomo, he's been better against lefties, over 300 this year, not just a 1 year thing, 318 last year against left-handed pitching. He doesn't have much slugging, but he does have a little bit better slug just in general against those lefties. And I really liked, if you go into Perdomo's pitch splits, I mean, he has some very particular pitches that he hits really well and some other ones that he doesn't. And I like that more than when you see a guy that's just like 260 across the board or whatever, because you can really specialize on the kind of matchups that you want to take them against, right? And in this one, Sears is a guy, he throws a decent amount of pitches, 4-pitch mix. You're going to see fastball, sweeper, slider, changeup. And when you look at Perdomo, 271 against the fastball, pretty average. He's absolutely crushed sliders and sweepers, 333, 314, and then over 300 expected batting average against both those off-speed pitches, which you really don't see that often. And then 250 to end it against the changeup as well. So he has his highest run value pitches by far are the slider, the sweeper. I mean, he's going to see a pretty heavy dose of those two pitches from Sears in this matchup. And the recent form is good as well. Obviously coming in, batting pretty well, just about 300 over his last 30 days. I just think there's too many positives here. I mean, he's a good recent form. I like the matchup against Sears. Sears is making his first start in a new place. Sometimes you see the new staffs, tinker with the pitch splits a little bit. They might mix up. Maybe you throw the slider more, you throw the fastball less, something like that. And I just think in general, Sears is not a guy that I trust. When you look at the total in this game, 9.5, I think there's going to be some offense on both sides. I think with Flott on the mound, the Padres are going to score a little bit, and I think there's going to be that pressure right on the Diamondbacks. And like I said, I don't trust the whole Diamondbacks lineup. I don't want the back of the Diamondbacks order, but when we can specialize and just take essentially the front of that order, then I definitely am interested. So I like Perdomo. I think this is a very respectable price. The only problem now is that bullpen is just electric. So this is almost
better off first 5. I was literally just about to say that.
It's like a 7-inning bet at this point, which is a little scarier. And that was the holdup that I wanted to bring up, obviously, because those guys have 3 fucking closers now, which is a little bit annoying for the rest of the league. But also, they're not going to be in save situations every game. We don't know how it's going to play out. You could get the bad end of the bullpen as well. But for me, this bet is just, we got to take care of business against Mr. Sears. And I think Perdomo is going to have success there.
Yeah. No, sounds good. That was all I had to say was if you're going to take the over, I think the first 5 is probably the way to go. Because, Suarez and Miller back there, it's tough. Man.
Insane.
It's tough to see here. So, I'm going back to it, man. I'm going back to an under. I'm going to do another 2.5, and I got screwed yesterday on the Piante at 3.5. I will continue to say that I think Manny Machado is fucking trash. And that is the exact reason why when you had his bets, Sue, I had to tell you, I thought he was fucking ass. So now at least you guys are seeing what I'm seeing and seeing that he's actually fucking garbage. Dude's, oh my God, so bad. But let's get this going. We got Tanner Gordon heading in to Coors Field facing off against my second favorite team, and that is the Toronto Blue Jays, dude. They are awesome. This is such a fun team. I will continue to keep backing them. We got Alejandro Kirk back in the lineup as well, which is awesome. Just making that catcher position, he's batting almost 300. Dude is so good. And we get Tanner Gordon in Coors facing the number 1 strikeout team in the MLB against right-handed pitching with a 17.1. That is absurd. A 17.1 strikeout rate with a 110 WRC plus. That is fantastic. These guys are awesome. They have for power. They got speed. Pretty much everything you want this Blue Jays team has got right now. I wish they would have done a little bit more at the deadline. There's nothing more I would love to see than the Brewers play the Blue Jays in the World Series. That would be the best World Series you could pretty much ask for me at least. But just looking at this team top to bottom, where are the strikeouts coming? And what is Tanner Gordon doing to get them, right? Because his 4-seamer's 91 with a 10% whiff. And then you have a guy here whose changeup is okay. Throws it 20% of the time, specifically to lefties. But, I mean, who are the lefties in this lineup that, they're going to even put in there, right? I mean, it's probably Loperfido, Barger. Like, that's the lefties you're facing. Maybe Varsho, who's playing defense. But you got to get the righties out, bro. And the thing he's using against righties specifically is that slider. That's got a 318 batting average against, and a 515 slugging against, and a 12% put away with a 15% whiff. That is horrible. So now you're going to have to deal with Kirk. You're going to have to deal with Vladdy. You're going to have to deal with Bichette. You're going to have to deal with all these dudes at the top of this lineup. Ernie Clement still doing this thing, right? I mean, I love this team. They have been so good to me. I'll continue to back them. But my God, how is he getting strikeouts here? Because now you have to remember in Coors Field that slider ain't moving as much. Gonna be a little bit flatter, and I just have a lot of reservations on this dude, man. I mean, he's got a 4.9 expected. Expected slugging is over 460, right? I mean, this is tough, man. He's got an expected batting average of 300, bro. Like, and now you're going to probably face one of the best hitting teams in the MLB coming off of a really shitty performance yesterday at home. Oh, man, good luck. I'm not rooting for you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you've been the king of these freaking 2.5 low strikeout props so far this year, and obviously a big part of that has been the Blue Jays. You know what I mean, and their consistency in avoiding strikeouts. And like you said, now you get a guy like Gordon, who, I mean, hasn't been great so far. He's got to pitch in Coors now. What's the total in this game? Like 12. Yeah, soon as I was scrolling through, I was like, I knew for battle prop purposes, this is going to be like an unbettable game essentially, with just how high that total was and everything. So yeah, Gordon, not enough swing and miss to get through this lineup. It's likely he's got to know what his earned run prop is. Probably 3.5 juiced if I had to guess, but I think they, like you said, they probably bounce back and take care of business, sooner rather than later in this one. So I love it. I'm in for the sweat.
Minus 130 on 3.5 earned runs.
Yeah.
That's you don't see that too often.
Nope. Nope. And it's even probably good over. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what the first 5 team total is as opposed to that or something else, but it's probably a pretty good luck because I doubt he's getting more than 5 in this one.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let's do a quick recap, and we'll see if anybody's got any other questions in the chat. I don't think we do, but we'll take a look.
Yeah, for the early morning gang, as anything, early bird gets the worm. We got Geraldo Perdomo over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, minus 115 for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And
I will be fading Mr. Coors. Tanner Gordon under 2.5 strikeouts at minus 105. Let's take a peek. I see our guy Professor T back in the chat. Padres first 5. Gordon no win is plus 117. I was not expecting plus money there. That's for sure.
Agreed.
But anything you want to bring up on that? Is that something that you would look at?
I mean, yeah. I think, like I said, obviously I don't like Sears that much, but I mean, Fod is worse. That's like our number one guy we hate. I mean, that must mean the Gordon no-win price is better than we thought it is, right? Because I mean that feels like it shouldn't be plus 117. That feels like in my head it should be minus 130. So I do really like the bet, honestly, the combination. Even though I do think it is possible Sears might get lit up a little bit as well, and that could be a higher scoring game. I still would 100% lean to that Padres offense over just the first 4 guys of the Diamondbacks. So, yeah, I don't know what Gordon no-win is, but it seems pretty solid.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. The Padres are the second highest team, tied for second in the highest scoring team market. It's Padres, Phillies, Rockies, Red Sox are all 3 tied at 14-1. I hate doing it. I hate taking the chalk, but how do I not take the Blue Jays at 650?
Yeah.
This is crazy, bro. This dude sucks. You're in Coors. I don't like taking the chalk, which is why I probably won't bet it because I have to beat, 25 other teams. But, shit, man, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't think. Like you said, Padres would be the main competition, in my opinion. I think that's the one, obviously, you got to be worried about. But we know as people that bet the Padres, that offense can very easily not show up. Even they've got some new additions now. Maybe that helps. But they've been an inconsistent team all year. So I really don't mind that thought either, especially in Coors. Normally fading over other favorites being, too juiced up, and now you kind of take advantage of a favorite that they might be sleeping on a little bit.
Next one, we got Dimitro in here. Any thoughts on Slade Ciccone over 50.5 outs? I actually really like Slade Ciccone. I don't really like his outs ever, unfortunately. That's not usually the market I want to go to. I also don't like the market where we have guys that are walking at a high clip against him, because he does like to walk guys when he gets to full count. So I think this is a tough matchup for him today against the Mets. I feel like I'd rather just do strikeouts, to be honest, and I don't even like him that much for strikeouts, but I feel like that's the way to go against this team right now. A lot of power right now, but I wouldn't bet Slade. I feel like I have 25 other teams to bet on, 25 other pitchers. I feel like there's a lot of other options.
And the coaching staff makes kind of weird polling decisions sometimes. I don't know. When you look at it, 7 innings, 6, 8.5, 7 and 6, in 5 straight outings. Even just putting the thinking cap on, just normally you don't see a 15.5 for a guy that's cruising through that easily. You know what I mean? It's one of those that maybe there's a reason it's that low. Obviously, we know the Mets, like you said, don't strike out a ton. The Ks have been down. He was at 9 and 5, and now it's been 2, 2 and 3 Ks over his last starts, even despite getting deep into these games. So for me, probably just a bit of a pass, but I don't like betting on really that pitching staff that much in general, to be honest.
Yeah, dude, I don't either. Brewers team total going to cook. I don't mind the team total today. I took it the last 3 days, or the last 2 days after that big explosion.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they'll do okay in Atlanta. Outs are 17.5 on Flip. Yeah, take the fucking under, dude.
Yeah.
Take the fucking under. Holy fuck. And on Luzardo K's, I was talking about that being a parlay piece until I'm like, I have the Blue Jays and Coors. That's auto under, bro. It's just every day I will be auto undering that. Doesn't matter. One spot that I don't mind today is Brian Bale. Why is he at 2.5 earned runs, bro? And it's juiced to the over, bro.
Interesting.
I hate the Royals, dog. They fucking suck.
No, I was trying to say before the show, I like the 17.5 outs a lot. It got juiced up really quick. It's like minus 50, minus 160. But I don't think I was last night. I don't even think the earned runs prop was open yet. But if you can get under 2.5 at a solid price, I agree. The only issue that I hate is sometimes when a guy keep sending him out, you can get burnt on that in the 7th, or later in the 6th or something. But I like that.
I just like how Bailey's fucking told him, hey, just throw the ball down the freaking middle, dude. Your ball moves this much. Stop walking, guys. And we've seen it affect him, and it's been really good because his walk prop today is a lot lower than it was before. I mean, it's at 1.5 minus 120 to the over. We were seeing 2.5s with him for a while. So
for years,
dude. I'm gonna start him today. I'm starting him in fantasy this week. He's getting a double start this week. I'm taking him. I'm gonna just say screw it. We're gonna roll him, and it sucks because I had Clase and Andre Munoz, and now obviously Clase is out for the fucking year. So
yeah, I saw they're cleaning out their lockers apparently over there. So I'm curious when we get more info on that. We talked about it a little before, but that's obviously a bummer for that team. And I think they said that's a reason why they kind of were selling as well. Of fuck, you took our closer and one of our starters away. So unlucky. I feel if you're a Guardians fan, it's rough out here.
I've gotten a lot of messages about this. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a good price, but I don't know if I could do it. I just feel like I'd be kind of throwing money away, even though it's a good price. There's still 5-6 games in yet, into the playoffs yet. So, yeah. But I mean, if you're just going for the big money one, I don't mind it. It's just there's still 50 games left. If Judge is coming back, that lineup completely flips.
I was going to say it all lays on Judge injury. So if you get some, if you get the Twitter fingers quicker, you get some beat reporter notification. I see it says you're a Yankees fan. I would bet it then. I would bet I would be trying to, scout out that injury news and try to be the first to bet it and react. But yeah, that lineup is miserable without Aaron Judge right now.
Yeah. I've been looking to drop Fairbanks in fantasy. I probably wouldn't. I don't think they have anybody. I don't think they're going to go straight to Griffin Jacks either, unfortunately. I wish they would, but I just cut him, so hopefully not. I don't know. Saves are hard to come by. If you have somebody else you can pick up for saves, sure, but I wouldn't unless you do. All right, Stu, anything else before we get out of here today?
No, not really. I appreciate everyone jumping in here with us early. Obviously, a lot of baseball to talk about today. If you do have any questions, you weren't here live, feel free to drop them in the comments. Normally, we got about 4 or 5 hours to get to them. Now we got all freaking day. So feel free to do that. Leave a like while you're there as well. And yeah, I feel pretty good about our plays today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Should be a good day. I'm feeling good as well. Hopefully we can keep it going. We are up to 37 and 32. That's good. I didn't even recap this because I got rattled because I didn't have the countdown.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I think we went 0.02 up. I had Gilbert, White Sox, so that one cashed. And I believe Robbie Ray had a day.
Yeah, back-to-back pitchers I bet on, by the way, have their best starts of the year, and even maybe best start since the beginning of last year. I don't know when frickin' Robbie Ray's gone 7 innings without walking 2 guys in the last 5 years, but hats off to him. Parker No Win wasn't a sweat. I was obviously there for all 16 runs of it, so I got to see that one, but unlucky. I appreciate you doing the heavy lifting there.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's all good. It's all good. 37, 32, 14.6. Hopefully we'll see you guys here on Wednesday, ready to go, and we'll be ready to talk some more baseball with you. So have a good one. Best of luck, and let's cash a couple tickets tonight.